Now, Mayor Phillips, love to hear from you, from the city of Kingsport, Tennessee, and William Locke, the president of Northeast State Technical Community College.
Thank you very much. It's a real honor to be here. And Kingsport, Tennessee is a city in the midst of rural Appalachia. In 1999, the city was facing a major economic crisis. The region had lost thousands of jobs and our future was dim. That's when the former mayor sponsored an economic summit which brought community leaders together to discuss a disastrous economic forecast and develop a plan which literally was designed to keep the lights on. The economic forecast described our city as a Rust Belt community whose future was in jeopardy because of the older age of our population, changing demographics, our overly dominant reliance on heavy manufacturing, and the low level of education of residents. These factors would keep existing business from expanding and stop new business from locating within our region, resulting in a lowering of our standards of living and quality of life. The plan called for a new strategy to educate and grow. The idea and success of the Educate and Grow initiative doesn't belong to the former mayor or me. It belongs to all of Kingsport. Too often, us elected officials are too concerned about our predecessor getting credit. One thing that I have learned as mayor is that it doesn't matter who gets the credit. What really matters is the end results. 10 years later, Educate and Grow remains Kingsport's strategy.
After the summit the mayor mentioned, the community realized that the best way to increase our competitiveness with other communities was to increase the educational level of our citizens, with a special emphasis on youth and building an educated workforce. And so we developed a plan. Ours was a novel approach. We wanted to do something that no one else was doing, that would catch the attention of business and industry representatives looking to relocate or establish a new company, and that would let people know that providing the opportunity to go to college and developing a qualified workforce was the city's first priority. We decided to invest our money in developing our human capital by implementing the nation's first K-14 program called Educate and Grow, a program which uses public funds to ensure that every high school graduate can receive a four-semester scholarship to attend the local community college. From that start, the city developed an academic village in the downtown area consisting of 5 buildings. The village enables students to complete the associate degree programs offered by Northeast State and baccalaureate and graduate programs offered by 4 other senior colleges and universities. The program has been highly effective in meeting its goals. Since its inception, we have realized an increase in the number of high school graduates, the number of high school graduates going to college, the number of students taking college courses in downtown Kingsport, and the number attaining associate and/or bachelor's degrees. The city also realized a significant increase in the population of people aged 20 to 24. Recognized by almost everyone as a national problem, a diploma from a high school will not prepare for employment someone in today's highly technology-driven environment. The rigor in many of our educational programs is lacking, and the competency of our graduates is not comparable to those students in other countries with whom we compete. The need to raise our standards of learning and student expectations and developing and maintaining a qualified workforce which can compete in a global environment is essential to the continued growth and prosperity of our city as well as our nation. The Kingsport initiative can be easily replicated. Information about our project has been provided to individuals in several states. In Tennessee, the initiative has been replicated in 7 counties, and the mayors of Tennessee's 4 largest cities are now looking at ways to try to do this. Kingsport officials learned that our community is like other communities all over our nation. We all face similar problems. The manner in which we decided to address these problems was to provide the opportunity for the citizens to improve the quality of their lives by enhancing their educational attainment. We know that we've got something good going on here, and we know that what we're doing is right for our city, for the state of Tennessee, and for the United States of America.
Thank you so much for that great presentation. Professor? Ed?
Oh, this professor.
That
Thank you. Thank you. I was
then
struck by your
Bill.
narrative, and particularly your emphasis on wrapping your educational village around just a new vision for revitalizing the community. I wonder, however, how you would respond to critics who might say that the reason you need K through 14 education is that a lot of time has been wasted during K through 12 education, and if you simply expanded your school year or your school week, you could have achieved the same thing in terms of educational achievement.
Well, we've worked with the public schools over a number of years trying to get different initiatives started. The companies in our area now are looking at telling us you've got to have some level of work beyond high school and able to go into today's job market. So that's where they're looking to us, and that's where the 13 to 14 piece of it came in, because the city was the first group we'd known to have used public tax dollars to fund that. And we've done a lot of things with the public schools over the last 2 or 3 years. We do articulation programs with them where those students can master competencies that are taught at the college level. And once they matriculate to the college, if they pass a test developed by the college faculty, we give them credit for work in high school. We do dual enrollment with the high schools where our faculty members go on the campus and teach, and I see nodding your head, you're aware of that. We do a fast track program, which enables students in high schools interested in the technical areas to take the second half of their senior year and come to my campus and do the second half of the senior year on my campus in college level work for which the high school then gives credit. And then we have, through the Workforce Investment Act program, some folks who go to the high schools and work with students who need remedial developmental work. That's 8th and 10th grade level work prior to getting out. So we've got a lot of things going on with the school system. We hope that you have to have that blend. We're in this thing together. And what we're asking the public schools to do with these efforts and some other efforts that we'll be doing in the future is to give us a better product. Give us a better product out of your door so that we can give a better product to the workforce.
Thank you very much. We have 3 questions and not that much time, so just warning you about quick, short answers.
And quick questions as well.
Oh, exactly.
My question follows on Mr. Doran's question, and that is, there seemed to be some suggestion that there was tension between the local school teachers and the school system and this new program, with the idea that there was a sort of a criticism of the work that they were doing. Is that still a matter of tension in the organization, or has that been resolved?
No, and I don't think there was tension. There's always concern when money is going other places. Our school board has been very supportive, and we work very closely with them, and we have not, cut any of their funds, and we continue to support them. Our school system is actually in the state second only to Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and we have an outstanding K through 12, and it will remain an outstanding K through 12.
Thank you. Oh, we have 4 questions. David? Okay. Carl and then Maria.
In your application, you indicated some of the outcomes were increased investment, and you said $370 million in new construction since 2006. Can you give us a sense of how that compares to the years before 2006, so we know, how to judge that?
This is happening in our downtown area, and our downtown area was like many downtowns. It was not progressing in any way that we hoped it would. And this is a classic situation of success breeds success. Not only do we have new higher education buildings, we have a new nursing school, we have a new manufacturing building which will be opening in September. And in addition, we have had approximately 12 new restaurants open downtown. Downtown has actually become alive. Property values have increased tremendously. And in the years before, they were just stagnant, to be honest, and they were not growing whatsoever.
So when you started this, there was no new investment downtown?
Very little.
Thanks.
Carl?
I note that the largest job growth has been in healthcare. And to you, particularly President Locke, to what extent was your curriculum changes and your focus on healthcare, responsible for the healthcare jobs. Did that come first, or did that come after the emergence of healthcare as a growing industry in Kingsport?
We started in the healthcare. When I came to the college 13 years ago, we had no healthcare programs except a basic EMT program. We've got 8 programs now. We did that primarily because some of the hospitals came and said, we can't find workers. We need to start things. So we do nursing, cardiovascular tech, surgical tech, and several others. But it came as a result of them asking us to do that.
Thank you. And
Thank you. Very quick. The program is both an education, but it's also an economic development program. So you can train people, but how do you attract the businesses? How does that coordinate? Because you could be training people for industries that are not going to come to Kingsport.
You simply can't get a job today with a high school education in the businesses and industries we're trying to recruit. And we put our emphasis on, we may not have a workforce when we started, but our whole focus is to get you one so that we can entice people to come and we can entice existing businesses to expand. And that's what we're all about. And we're hopeful that when people pull us up on the internet and say, I might be wanting to go there, they're on my short list to move a company, they'll say, look at what they're doing educationally. They've got a qualified workforce and they've got a plan to keep it for us. So that's what, it's really, we've built this thing early on, not as an educational program, but as an economic development program. Because I tell you, you can't have one without the other. And that's how we said how we're going to make our mark on it.
well, thank you very much. It was a fascinating presentation, and in the background materials, it actually described all the jobs that you've attracted to Kingsport, which is really quite stunning as well. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very, very